Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all doing? It's your girl Living Plus, and I got a special episode. So tune in, check it out. Y'all, it's your girl Living Plus, and I have a special video. I really do. Before we get into that, I want you to stop what you're doing, and I want you to subscribe. I want you to like. I want you to comment. And before I explain to you the show that I'm getting ready to recap, I just really want you guys to kind of open up your ears, take into consideration what I'm saying, because this show had a lot of negative reaction, and of course you when I tell you the show, of course you'll say, okay, yeah, I know why the negative reaction. Before I get into that, I want to give a shout out to hautegirlshxt, who I am wearing this lovely butterfly necklace. It is an Etsy shop, and it's filled with so much jewelry and accessories. And look, winter time's coming up. We need to be blinged out, ladies. So I want you to, after you watch this video, I want you guys to go to that Etsy shop, get your jewelry, get blinged up. I want you girls out there looking good. Fellas, go to the Etsy shop. Buy your girl some stuff. What are you waiting for? Buy her some stuff. So that link will be down in the description box. It is so many good accessories on there, and I think you will come away liking what's on there whenever you buy. Okay, let's get right on into this recap. So if you guys have not known, Colin Kaepernick has a show on Netflix called Colin In, Black and White. And over the weekend, I was on vacation, and so I binge watched a lot of things, and that was something that I binged, and I have a lot to say about it. Okay, so nevertheless, let's get right on into it. Surrounding with Colin Kaepernick, we already know that 2016 he took the stand against police brutality and racism in America. It was not to patronize the American flag. It was not to throw shade or to disrespect the American flag. What he did was simply kneel during the Pledge of Allegiance in response to police brutality and racism in America. People will say it was a disrespect to the flag, but I say you only say that it's a disrespect to the flag when you don't want to acknowledge what's happening in America. The beginning of episode 1 starts off with probably one of the most controversial statements ever, saying the NFL is like slavery. Okay, so what he pretty much described was before you make it into the NFLs, they have what they call a combine, and that's where scouts and everything come together. You pretty much do all these types of drills. They're measuring you. They are just doing everything to see if you are fit to play in the NFL. If you have the speed and the ability, just like they test everything in order for you to pretty much to see if you are a good candidate for being in the NFL. And so he has a comparison into what they do in the combine and what they used to do in to pick slaves back in the day. I love football. I am a huge football fan. But even prior to that statement, it's an institution, there are some times where that institution, to me, feels like it's ran ideals from the past. And so when he did put that description up where, they are measuring the bodies and things like that, it does look kind of identical to how they picked slaves back in the day. I agree that it's just like slavery. No, because football players get paid a hell of a lot of money. So in regards to that, no. But in regards to, just how they pick NFL players, and it kind of symbolizes that, Let me know what your thoughts are. Please leave them down in the comment. Let me know what your thoughts are about, the combine going into trying to become a football player. And I looked it up. I went online to see, how did it get started. And actually the football got started like in 1920 or whatever. NFL Combine didn't start, the National Scouting Combine didn't start till 1982, which was suggested by the general manager of the Dallas Cowboys to say, hey, let's have a standardized meeting for players who are trying to get into the NFL, because prior to that, scouts would just go and, go to different players who were trying to get into the NFL and just let them run drills and things like that. So in 1982, that's when the combine started, for players to go through these different drills and this meeting and everything where people are looking at them trying to pick whoever they want to draft into the NFL. So yeah, that was interesting. I had to look that up because I really wanted to understand where the combine came from. I do want to talk about going on into the show. Let's understand Colin Kaepernick. He is black and white. He is biracial, but he was adopted by a couple who are white. And so we're moving along into the show, and basically it just kind of shows where he doesn't really understand which culture to gravitate to. Does he gravitate to this white side because he does have two adopted white parents, or do he navigate to this black side, which he really doesn't understand, but he's very curious about it? And so he wants to get his hair braided because he has a friend that is black. And so he wants to get his hair braided, but of course his hair is a little different and everything. And so he first gets his hair braided and it was too tight for him. He didn't know how to care for himself. And that was one thing that I really kind of got out of the show, that he had two white parents and they really did not know how to embrace or allow him to embrace his black side. And, throughout the whole show, there was an incident where he was going to tournaments and everything. Now, mind you, he is standing with his white parents and everything, but people continue to look at him and basically see that black side. It didn't matter if he had his two white parents with him, they still saw the black side. And it wasn't until he would address, hey, these are my parents, or the parents would say, hey, this is our son, then they would acknowledge that white side. So throughout the whole show, you were able to see that his white privilege, and that was one of the things that, you know, was the talk when he did Neil. He was raised by white parents, you know, how would he know about anything? But it doesn't matter if you're being raised by two white parents, or even if you're mixed. Society will always see the black side, and they will always think that that black side is the worst side. The struggle that he had to where his parents treated him as if, you know, he was equal and everything, because that's all they knew, and not allowing him or educating him to know that life will be hard because of this black side. Another thing that I kind of want to talk about, I just kind of want to talk about his parents and how they were so oblivious to his other side. They were, and I mean, I'm just going by the show, but they were very oblivious. And I don't know when he was able to grasp that he was going to always be a little different, because the show only had 6 episodes. It only it ended when he was going off to college, but that black side of him had to work hella hard. There was a scene in the episode, in one of the episodes, where the dad had been driving to a tournament, and I don't want to give too much because I do want you guys to see it, but it was an incident where the dad was driving and the police saw them and like literally waved at them, and then turn around. Colin was driving and the police pulled him over. You know, every black family has told their black son, you put your hands up where you see them. You don't make any sudden moves. Like, black men, black people have had the talk of how to interact with police. Colin's dad didn't have a talk with him, because in his mind, I'm assuming he felt like it was not necessary. Well, the police pulled him over and Colin was trying to get his license out to him, and the dude literally stepped back, put his hand on his gun, and was just like, no sudden moves, right? And so the dad was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, the dad was completely shocked. Like, what are you doing? See, that's that white privilege. I'm pretty sure he has never been in a situation like that. So the dad was like, wait, what are you doing? Don't you think that's a little bit much? And the officer was like, oh no, the dad was just like, this is my son. And the officer's like, your son or whatever. And he handed the license back to him. But in that moment, I'm pretty sure Colin realized, if my dad had not been here, how would this situation gone down? I was totally pissed. And I was pissed at the mom. It was another episode. Colin liked him a little chocolate girl. He did. He went to a dance with her. And the picture came in and everything. Do you know that mom did not allow him? I don't even think he saw the picture. All the other kids' pictures of their dances were up on the shelves, and she did not put that picture of him and his black date up on the mantle. But when she pushed him to go with a white girl, I bet y'all know what she did. Y'all know. Put down in the comment if you know what she did. And y'all haven't even seen the show. You right. Yes, she did. Yep. She did. I was so upset because I'm like, at that moment, I was like, well, damn. Was his parents racist too? I mean, what is the line of saying I'm racist or saying, oh yeah, I have a lot of black friends, or saying, oh yeah, I have a black son? I wonder, and this is where we can have those open discussions. I wonder, do people, even despite being integrated with a lot of black people, African Americans, I wonder if they still have that blind eye. Because though mom and dad had a blind eye to his black side. He had to learn his culture pretty much on his own. And I don't think that was fair to him. And I understand his adoptive parents took him in, they raised him and everything. But I don't think at that time they got him ready to live life as a black man. Because like I said, it didn't matter. It does not matter if you're mixed. They will always see that black side. I live this, I just want society to kind of see or open their eyes and educate themselves. Because when black people especially express themselves in regards to their treatment, you can't, I hate for the conversation to turn to, oh, slavery was 100 years ago, or, it's not like that anymore. You're not getting it, I guess if it's not happening to you per se, you don't understand it. But I mean, it's out there. The conversations and it's like a fucking red spot on a white wall. Like, it's inevitable. You can see it. It's there. It's staring you in the face. And what are you going to do? Wipe it off or tackle it? Let me know in the comments if you have seen the show, what you thought about Colin's parents and how they just did not even educate themselves. You know that you have a half black son. You should have been educating yourself too on how to raise him, allow him to embrace that other side of him. It's like they kind of wanted him, I don't know. It was really weird. It really was. They didn't address anything in regards to him telling them, hey, these people are steady eyeing me. People steady asking the parents, are y'all okay? Are y'all good? And not asking Colin, is he good? Like, as if the parents were in danger. And he's a child. That was baffling to me. But all in all, it was a really good show. It really allowed me to kind of just see his upbringing. I mean, I'm very appreciative to him. His stand on police brutality and racism into America. He did a very bold thing. He's been blackballed ever since for it, and he's pretty much had a target on him ever since. You know, people not liking him because of that. And like I said at the beginning of the video, hey, you know, if you could just sit down and realize that him taking that knee was not to disrespect the flag. It was simply to protest, to stop racism. Then maybe, you know, things could get a little better. But if you can't even acknowledge that that was his reasoning, and, you know, his mama called him a thug. Like, they were so, oh my God, they were so, it's like they were racist. And I don't want to say that they were racist because they took him in, but it was just like, in one of the episodes, one of the men came up to him and said, "You're one of the good ones." So it's kind of like the parents are saying themselves, we got one of the good ones. Or we're trying to raise him to be one of the good ones, if that makes sense. I don't know. It was a really good show, though, and I advise everybody to watch it. Yeah. So let me know down. And I don't know, like, look, this video was all over the place, but you know how I am with recaps. Once I get excited about something, I gotta talk about it, and I keep going about it. And yeah, I'm trying to think, was there anything else that I mean, besides the NFL slavery comment that really got a lot of talk about it, I just really wish that we could have the conversation about, you know, turning those blind eyes to the plight of what Black people have to go through. It would be very interesting, and very, very interesting to see how America would move, how, you know, things will progress, even if it even progresses. Excuse me. I don't know. It's so hard. You would think, like, whew, my people, we've had to endure so much. So sad. And you still have people to this day that just don't get it. Like, nobody's trying to take away a superior race or anything. People just want equal opportunity. And that was something that Colin in you know, Black and White showed, that he didn't get fair opportunities. Even though he was raised by white parents, you know, he had to work. That Black side of him had to work hard. And so, yeah. Let me know what you guys thought about. If you have watched it, please let me know down in the comments what you thought about the show. Let me know what you thought about the NFL slavery comparison. And let me know what y'all thought about them parents, because them parents, I don't know. That was a little different for me. They were. So yeah, y'all, it's been good talking to you guys. I missed you guys so much. Make sure you go to Hot Girl Shit Etsy shop. Get your accessories. The holidays are coming up. Christmas coming up. Thanksgiving coming up. Show people that you love them and appreciate them. And I will see you guys on the next video. I love y'all so much. Peace.